Beloved, if you've been doubting yourself recently, let this be a quiet stop for you. You're not here by accident. God led you here because your heart needed to hear these words right now, not later. Perhaps you experienced it before. That peaceful assurance within you, a gentle draw towards something deeper, something that communicates beyond language and gently rests in your spirit. And here you are, just where you were intended to be. We typically minimize what comes naturally to us. What feels normal is readily characterized as common, uninteresting, and unworthy of notice, since it does not demand attention or elicit admiration. We overlook its value. We neglect our own brightness because it is familiar. But hear this clearly. Your greatest gift is currently emerging. You don't need to chase it. You do not need to earn it. It is ingrained in who you are. We'll discover it together. And if uncertainty blurs your view right now, remember this reality. The Lord will accomplish His plan for me. Psalm 138, verse 8. Take a breath. Be motionless for a time. Think about it. How often have you glanced at someone and silently thought, they have something I don't? They have the gift, confidence, clarity, and presence, but I am simply average. But what if that thinking is a delusion that has prevented you from seeing yourself properly all along? The fact is that what you consider commonplace may be amazing to someone else. That skill you scarcely realize that you utilize without effort is something others would give anything for. Because it is common, it does not feel harsh or dramatic. You believe it has little actual power, yet it possesses considerably more than you know. There is something profoundly heavenly about the way you go through life. Even when uncertainty creeps in, you are prepared with all you need, not only to survive, but to create influence, inspire, and ascend. Whether you realize it or not, God is already working through you, using your presence, viewpoint, and narrative to show people what is possible. You might not see it now, but that doesn't mean it's not occurring. Pause for a moment and reflect. When was the last time someone praised you on something you didn't think twice about? Perhaps it was the way you spoke, calm and straightforward. Perhaps they saw wisdom in how you handled a difficult circumstance. Perhaps they were impressed by your perseverance, enthusiasm, and calm strength. So what did you do? You brushed it off. You minimized it, because we've been taught that value comes only via effort. If it doesn't feel earned, we're hesitant to call it extraordinary. However, such belief is a deception. Some things are given to you specifically because you were designed to carry them with ease. You do not need to struggle to show your value. You don't have to constantly look outside yourself, comparing and wondering if you measure up. The fact that you are here listening to this is no coincidence. You were picked with purpose. You do not require additional talent, affirmation, or permission. You've already had enough. In actuality, you are more than sufficient. You could be wondering, if I really have what it takes, why don't I see the results I want yet? And this is where the world plays a trick. It persuades you that if you don't see instant results, you must be deficient. But what if the true transformation occurs when you start perceiving yourself differently? Your life will not be random once you stop denigrating yourself and begin to appreciate what has already been put within you. Your gifts are not random. God does not create without intention. According to the text, I knew you before I made you in the womb. I set you aside before you were born. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Here's an image to keep. Imagine someone standing in a pitch-black room with a flashlight, but failing to switch it on. They are frozen, disoriented, and believe there is no way ahead. Nonetheless, they have always had the ability to sight. That person is you. Your light has never been lacking. It has been there all along, waiting for you to notice it. You are the light of the planet. According to the Bible, A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5, verse 14. What if you stopped doubting yourself? What if you trusted your own intelligence as easily as you trusted others? Because this is the truth. Recognizing your abilities is the first step toward completely embracing them. The world is observing you in ways you don't recognize. Your life is speaking long before you realize it. The way you deal with obstacles, the way you speak when you believe no one is listening, and the way you conduct yourself in quiet moments all leave an impression. Someone is being influenced by you in a way you never noticed. You are someone's reassurance. You are someone's proof that something bigger is possible. However, if you struggle to believe that about yourself, it will be more difficult to completely embody who you were created to be. Right now, something is changing. A modest yet strong awareness is occurring. You are beginning to view things differently. This isn't simply another day going by. And this isn't simply another message passing through your thoughts. This is a wake-up call. Everything you've been looking for, every power you believe you lacked, and every solution you've been seeking has already been put within you. The world may have taught you to mistrust it, minimize it, and wait for others to validate your value. But what if you never needed permission to claim your own power? God does not instill gifts in us by mistake. This is not about pride or ego. It's about taking responsibility. It is about realizing that when you finally realize what has already been planted in you, something magnificent emerges, not only for your own life, but for everyone you're supposed to influence. You spend a lot of time looking outside, comparing yourself to others, and wondering if you're doing enough, if you've been selected, or if you're behind. But the reality is, you were called long before you learned to question your worth. According to Scripture, God's gifts and calling are irrevocable. So what happens now? You start to pay attention. You start to listen. When someone notices something significant about you, don't disregard it. Don't disregard the next time you sense a strong desire to pursue something larger. Act on the next nudge you feel, whether it's a quiet thought, a stirring in your heart, or a situation that feels too exact to be a coincidence. The fact is that you are not missing anything. You're not behind. You aren't insufficient. Even when life feels weighty and confusing, you are right where you should be. God is already using you to show the world what is possible. Allow this to settle for a bit. Take a breath. Allow it to transcend beyond your mind and into your heart, because there is something deeper to ponder. Everything you have been waiting for, every indicator, confirmation, and piece of external validation has already been delivered to you, not necessarily in the shape you expected, but in the way that is actually meaningful. You aren't waiting for permission. You're awaiting realization. When you stop viewing yourself as someone who needs something and instead perceive yourself as someone who already has what you need, your reality begins to shift. That is why God can use you even when you don't feel ready, worthy, or confident in your abilities. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but rather a power, love, and a clear mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. He does not wait for you to gain confidence. He tests your desire to take the next step. Even if your hands are shaky, think about the individuals you admire, the people who inspire you and make you think that everything is possible. Do you truly believe they always knew they had something special? Do you believe they were born with unshakable confidence in their abilities? No, they, like you, had doubts about themselves. They questioned their value, just like you. However, they eventually stopped looking for assurance and began to embrace what was already within them. And that is where you are today. You're standing on the verge of something far greater than you think, feeling the tug, nudge, or soft voice that says, "It's time." The issue is, what will you do with it? Will you continue to shrug it off and convince yourself that you need a little more proof, time, and clarity before moving forward? Or will you realize that you already have everything you need? Because the truth is this: the only thing that stands between you and the life you were supposed to have is how you perceive yourself. Let's take a moment to actually sit with this. Think about every time you felt unqualified, every time you compared yourself to someone else and assumed they had something I didn't. Gently flip that perspective around. What if someone is gazing at you right now, thinking exactly the same thing? What if your demeanor in the face of adversity has inspired someone else? What if you have a strength that you have never completely recognized, but others see it clearly? Because they do. There are others watching and learning from you. They derive optimism from you, even if they never express it out loud. That is why it is time to quit acting tiny. You were never intended to fade into the background. You were never supposed to disappear or fade in order to feel protected. You were supposed to stand out, not in a loud or attention-seeking way, but in a quiet way that conveys something genuine and obvious. Everything changes once you stop rejecting that fact. This is where God will use you, not just in huge, meticulously prepared moments, but also in simple ones, in the way you respond when life is unclear, in the way you persevere even when you don't have all the answers. Someone is keeping an eye on things somewhere. To them, you are living evidence that bigger things are possible. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I called you by name. You're mine. Isaiah 43 verse 1. Even if you do not feel ready, you are seen, known, and purposeful. Let's talk about preparation. Readiness is an emotion. It is a decision. You don't wake up one day feeling brave and confident. Despite your reservations, you decide to continue forward. And the reality is you're ready. Ready to stop doubting yourself and begin trusting. Ready to stop looking outside and start appreciating what's already inside you. Prepare to embrace all that has been put in your life. So, what does that actually look like? It appears like I will wake up with a new perspective tomorrow. It appears to be identifying typical thoughts of self-doubt and deciding not to concur with them. It appears to be accepting the concept that you already have plenty. It appears that you are allowing yourself to receive, because there is something crucial to comprehend. When you keep telling yourself you're not there yet, that you're not good enough or capable enough, you prevent yourself from receiving what has already been prepared for you. God is not waiting to bless you. He already has. He is waiting for you to be open enough to accept it. And sometimes getting doesn't imply doing more. Sometimes it's about viewing things differently. Let us not become tired of doing good. If we do not give up, we shall reap a crop when the time comes. Galatians 6 verse 9. The harvest is not absent. It is waiting for your desire to believe. So seize the moment right now. Close your eyes if possible. Take a deep breath and honestly question yourself. What if I was ready all along? What if all of my hesitations, doubts, and excuses were the only thing holding me back? What if I decide right now to trust my own divine timing? Because there are no accidents. There are no errors. You were supposed to hear this. Thank you for taking the time to walk this portion of the trip with me. If this message impacted your heart, please enter amen in the comments to open yourself up to what God is gently accomplishing within you right now. And if you feel led, share this message with someone who, like you, is standing silently in a season of doubt or waiting. Don't forget to subscribe so we can continue our trip together. Also, keep this in mind while you carry these words. You're not behind. You are not forgotten, and you are not alone. Even in solitude, God is already working within you to shape something valuable.